Hello everybody, welcome back to SnowRunner, my hard mode playthrough. In the Tatra Phoenix, on top of this little hill in Amandra, and I'm just grabbing this weather capture zone 3 on the way past. I've just moved the Grad and the Phoenix basically together up through the map as the start of this episode. I moved the Grad across to here, so basically the Grad is on the road almost at the garage. I've left it there, and then I'm pushing on with the Phoenix on its own because they're going in different directions. And while I'm driving past, I want to grab this one, but basically I'm going to take the Phoenix and try and get my Tatterin unstuck, because if you watch the last episode, I got the Tatterin stuck and it threw my plans a little bit. I thought about what to do for this episode, and the slight challenge I've got is I'm quite fuel constrained. So we'll have a look at, when we look at the map next, about fuel, but basically I've got fuel at the location that the Grad has just come from, which is down near the aircraft recovery, but there's not as much fuel left in the semi-trailer that's in Kola Peninsula as I thought there was. There's not as much in, this is one of the weather stations. I knocked that thing over in a previous episode. I thought it was a beehive, but it's not, it's a weather sensor. So yeah, if I'd have tagged that task I would have got that, because I drove right through here before. Let's just find a way down onto the ice without getting stuck in some trees. So yeah, I haven't got any fuel at the garage because the 2,000 litre fuel carrier there is empty. I've got fuel up at the location where I have to deliver the medium logs, and I've got fuel down at the aircraft location, but I haven't got fuel in many other places, and that's somewhat dictating what I want to do, because really what I need to do is get the high saddle job and aircraft recovery out the way, probably before logging, because I'll then have to redistribute what fuel is left on the route that's needed for logging so that I can get my logging vehicle. So I thought about maybe doing logging in this episode, and maybe even buying the Antarctic in this episode, but I don't think I can do that. I don't think that's sensible. I haven't got the fuel in the right part of the map to do that. So I'm going to try and get myself back on track by getting the Tatterin out of its stuck position, using the Phoenix to help it. Not sure if I can cross there anywhere, so I'm not going to bother. I'm going to move down to the rock I know is a safe passage across this river. Yeah, get the scouting, at least progress back to the garage area, and then probably next episode be thinking about, right, high saddle, get that trailer on, and get the metal detector down there. I might do the metal detector today, I don't know. But get the metal detector down, get the high saddle trailer down, and a crane, recover those 3 bits of aircraft. So the Tatra is basically on a rescue mission to go and get its fellow 8x8 Tatterin. Hopefully. I think this is my best bet to get in there. Not even sure that I'm going the best route, to be honest, but tell you what I could do. Right, I'm only wasting, what, 10 litres. I'm turning around. I'm going to try something. Let me turn around. What I'm going to do, looking at the map there, I just realised there's that route that I've never been through before. I may as well do that. Because if I go through there and there's nothing interesting, that might save me moving the Yar up to scan that piece. Then the Yar can just slurp whatever fuel's left out of its recon trailer and head off to the airport or something, somewhere safe. So now that I'm turned around, let's turn the engine off. So what I mean is this fog of war piece of road, and this may be a really bad idea. I've never driven down this road, obviously, as you can tell from the map, but I'm going to see what this is like as a passage, because I can use it while I'm passing to get the monolith. Is that this one? Yeah, and that would close out. And that basically takes me in the direction of the Tatterin without going past the warehouse. There's another POI up here, but I think that's best done from the warehouse side. I think. So I'm not going to bother with that one, but I wouldn't mind trying to get around here and grab this stone labyrinth with the Phoenix. Finish off the Kolsky administration activity. But that's going to depend a lot on what this road is like. Looks pretty gnarly. Trying to be fuel efficient, trying to pick routes that achieve multiple purposes rather than just driving backwards and forwards across the map. Which is why I picked up the weather station as I was coming past just now. Titanium tree, thank you very much. So this is icy hell, but we have got chains and we are 8x8, so we should be fine. Ooh, that is a proper rock slide. Is that a task that I've missed, or is that just an impassable piece of rock? That might be the answer to my question, that this is not a passable road, because I'm not seeing any more tasks that I've missed. I don't think. I'm going to push on anyway. I'm going to head down to the right there and hope I can do this without rolling the truck. To me, that looks like a rock slide that I do not have the ability to fix. Yeah. Not a very friendly bit of terrain if you haven't got chains on either. Quite the camber on that. I'm going to ride low and try and get myself stayed relatively level. Yeah, I won't be bringing any log through here then, eh? That is certainly not a passable piece of road. Just check. Yeah. Just keep going. You know what? Apart from getting stuck on it, I don't like those rocks. I think I'm better off going around this side. Apart from the fact that I go too tight. I don't want to slide into the sea. So I'm trying to avoid. It's that lock to lock is really slow. That's what I wanted, a winch on the front to pull me around so that I'm going in the right direction, not towards the sea. Deep water. Yeah, okay, so I'm glad I drove it, because if I'd have scanned it, I'd have been still wondering if it was passable. I'd have brought the radar trailer down. I wouldn't really have known that it was that bad, just from looking at the radar, what the radar opened up. And now we'll see what this is like to get up to the... what's it called? Stone Labyrinth. This is a great truck. The more I drive it, the more I like it, basically. And partnering it up with another vehicle that's got crane does away with really what I see as the one weakness. It's an inability to load its own cargo. Well, if you partner it with the right vehicle, then... Oh, hello. How do I get down in there? I guess get down there is okay. How do I get out again? But anyway, that's the Stone Labyrinth. I'm just gonna... no, maybe not. I was gonna Leroy that then. I'm still thinking of it, to be honest. What's my best way down into that labyrinth? Between these two trees. And just go for it. Easy. I must be learning something though, because I hesitated. I didn't just do it. Right, there we go. Forgotten civilization. Sounds interesting. I will pass on the coordinates. Let us see what my people say. 9.5 grand for that, and that is much needed money. I'm pushing on without actually knowing where I'm going to go. Let's just push on. Phoenix. In the lighthouse. Get the task room moving. We are getting to that end of the region where fuel is well, fuel is basically running out. It's not a challenge, it's an issue. Fuel is running out. And I've already brought in some fuel from another map. Don't really want to bring more in from another map. I may not have a choice, but I'd rather not. Right. Controlled descent, please, if you don't mind. What I don't want to do is get another 8x8 vehicle stuck in the lighthouse. I think that does mean that the yard doesn't need to scan that part of the map anymore. So I do think that the route I took here has just saved me a bit of yard driving and 20 litres of fuel to do the radar scan. I will just drop the radar trailer where it is, which is parked near a little small holding. And I think that's the last I need of it in this map. When I came through here before, it was pitch dark. Just gotta not get this one stuck. Oh, there's the tasser in. I wonder. I'm not trying to get through here. I wonder if I can get close enough to grab a winch on it. Or is this just silly? Am I way too far away? Haha. It's got it unstuck, hasn't it? Bit cheeky. I'll take it though. I will take it. Saves a bit of fuel. Saves a bit of risk. Change into the Tatterin. Let's go get this lighthouse. But try not to get stuck again, you bloody idiot. That quite a big rock there, I just went right over it. It's that one. Yeah, well, I'm saying that one as if you know what I'm talking about, but I looked at it and said that one and assumed that you can eye track me. But that would be scary if you could eye track me, wouldn't it? Right, that was a little bit of a result, and I'm sure if I'd have tried to do that in the dark, I wouldn't have noticed that I had line of sight then on the Tatterin. Bit of camera jankiness in these rocks, unfortunately. Can't really help it. Is that ice or is that another rock under me? These bloody rocks. This might be ice. This might be more than I can manage. Should be alright. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. There's a tree there, that'll be handy if I need it. Not winching it at the minute because I don't want to get stuck, but here we go, lighthouse. You need a helipad, mate. You don't need to be driving anywhere with trucks, you need a helicopter. But there you go, lighthouse. Engine off. Old lighthouse. So the passage does exist. Yeah, it does. It was a breeze, buddy. No problem at all. Great, then I'll begin preparations. 3.5 grand. Not bad, I suppose. Let's get out, get moving. And it's quite nice that we've got one of the ones, the labyrinth one done as well on the way up, so not all bad. Try and get out without getting stuck. I'm not going to bother trying to go out through that gap that I suppose I could. I'm sure the Tatterin will fit through there. Can I get out through there, do you think? I'll need to skate up on that rock. I don't think I can do it. Nah, not gonna. Just gonna get out. These rocks are the dangerous ones though, because they're quite big. I don't really want to have to rescue myself again. Just doesn't want to steer properly when it's got these big rocks to contend with. I'm sorry for the camera being all over the shot. Combination of the terrain creating a bit of camera jankiness and then me kind of half panicking trying to get the thing moving in the direction that I might want it to go. It just doesn't want to steer. Right, we're back on track. We've got our scout out, and we've also got the support of a phoenix. Now, which one tows which? Here. Well, we got to go over there. What's my fuel situation? I'm fairly low. Have I got anything in the roof? No. I am going to shoot over just in the Tatterin on its own. Try and get this other update and then hope I can get back to the Phoenix on this fuel. So this is another military glory one, I think. Right, that's that one done. Silent update because it's the second of 3. So no music and completion dialogue. Let's get back out. There's not a lot to do here, is there? Just looking at the corner of the map. I know I didn't scan it, but I don't think there's anything here that I've missed. It's just this corner of the map has some nice scenery, but nothing else to do there, I don't think. I'll have to double check that and make sure I don't have to come back here. It's the one bit of the map really that I've not scanned. Let's see. Right, so what I'm going to do is get the Tatooine back to there, and then try and bring the Tatooine and Phoenix together to here and down into this warehouse area. But fuel is getting pretty dire, so let's just quickly run through the fuel that I've got. There's 2/3 of a fuel carrier there, 2,000 litre job. I've got no fuel at all in the carrier at the garage. I've got a bit of fuel in the S04E23 so I can steal that if I have to, because I've got no plans for that vehicle on this map now. I've got no fuel in this scout fuel carrier. I've got a bit in a scout fuel carrier here, half a tank. I've got a bit, just over 3/4 of a tank there. A bit more than that. I've got some here and some here, but it's all in the wrong place. It's all down either at that destination way up there, or it's down on this side of the map, which is why I think if I do the airplane recovery job next, that releases some of the fuel that's in this corner to just sort of start moving north, ready for logging. Bit of a gamble though, isn't it? I see some fuel recoveries in my future. Right. What I certainly don't have is fuel in the right places to do logging now. I'm going to leave that there, engine off. I'm going to jump into the Phoenix and they're going to travel together. It's a nightmare, isn't it, this stuff? Look at it, I've got it stuck. Come on. This loose rock terrain is the worst for a lot of vehicles. Some vehicles do alright on it, but easily the hardest terrain in the game so far. Imandra, I was warned. I might as well drive with the Phoenix. I might as well leave the engine on as well. Although they're probably both going to run out of fuel. Change truck. That's in. You can lead, mate, but you can pull the Phoenix with you. There's not many scouts that you would use in front on a duel like this, but the pulling power of this Tatooine is just incredible. And if you look at it, it's not that difference in size anyway. It's a heavy scout class, I would say. So this might be interesting. I might end up putting the Phoenix in front just because this ice road is going to be a nightmare. Yeah, I'm gonna switch them around. Yeah, you can stop if you like, pal. Imagine if you could put these 8 wheels off the Phoenix onto that Tatooine. What a beast it would be. Right, I keep momentum because otherwise it's going to just slide into the back of me if I try to stop on this downhill ice. It nearly slid into me anyway. I don't know why it took me so many attempts coming past here to realise how much easier it is just to drive around this puddle rather than right through the middle of it, but it is definitely easier to go that way. Don't really have a further plan for this at the minute because I haven't got the fuel. I suppose I might have enough fuel to get to the garage, but I've got no fuel at the garage. So, and the Tatterin is all but dry. I might leave those two there for now, and then I've got to do something about fuel. All of the trucks that I need to do something with are basically dry. So I'm in the yard. I'm going to turn around. I need to get I need to get some fuel moved around. At the moment I'm just too restricted by the location of fuel for me to do any of the things that I need to do. I can't just leave the prototype trailer because the yard is full and there's still 55 litres in this trailer, and I can't waste that. Get some lights on here a sec, sorry about that. So I'm going to turn around, I'm going to take the trailer out with me a bit. I'm going to try and get back to a Scout fuel trailer and then see if I can move some fuel around with one of the Scout fuel trailers and the yard to allow me to make some progress. Bit of a nightmare turning around with this thing. Trying not to knock over their fences, basically. That'll do. Right. Let's go. Let's go, Yar. Diff lock is always on. Yeah, everything I think of doing, I run into the problem of not having fuel on the bit of the map where that task needs doing. So I've basically got to get some fuel moved. So I'm going to run this back to the nearest Scout trailer, dump the fuel that's in the prototype trailer into one of the fuel carriers, hook a Scout fuel carrier onto the yard and drive it to where it might be needed. Right, welcome back. I am going to instruct Editor Outlay to cut that little traversal, because even as a time lapse, that was just dull. That was just me crawling along at 2 miles an hour in low ratio in the snow. But I'm back at the location where we've got a Scout trailer and the fuel carrier trailer. I'm leaving the exploration trailer here. I've emptied its fuel out. I will fill up from this one, the big trailer. My roof rack is full, so I'll fill the yard. And then I'm going to take the Scout trailer that's ahead of me. And we're going to head up and try and put some fuel in the Tatterin. I can get this trailer past... Oh, wrong button. Get this trailer past the tree stump. Nope, don't attach to the tree stump. That would be stupid. Let's see if I can... Yeah, nuisance, isn't it? It's exactly the wrong place. Will it attach? If it attaches, I bet I can't pull it. No, so I gotta get it off the tree stump. Nothing's ever easy, is it, eh? It's in amongst a load of tree stumps. Right, now let's hook it up. Stop messing about. Let's go. So in addition to having a bit of a fuel challenge, a lot of a fuel challenge, I've also got a bit of a dilemma with some of these trucks, because some of them are probably getting to the point now at this end of the map where I can just drop them off at the garage, retain them, and forget them. But I haven't quite gone through the list and worked out which ones that applies to yet. So there's no reason for me to bring the Action from Kola Peninsula. I may as well take that back and park it up. No reason, I don't think, to bring the Crocodile. May as well put that back in the garage and park it up. I'm not sure if I'll use the Grad again and or the Phoenix from a delivery perspective, because I've got logging and high saddle stuff to do now. So unless I put the big crane on one of them. So it's that consolidation part of the logistics now. Pretty sure I won't use the big Azov anymore on this map. I don't really like putting a bunch of trucks in the garage empty of fuel, because I'll just have to deal with that at whatever region I go to next. I don't like leaving a truck in the garage completely empty. Just indulge me a sec. Where is my pay star? Just looking at my trucks. Kola Peninsula, 90% complete, by the way. So the pay star is retained in the Drowned Lands. Okay. So as a last resort, taking that to Michigan and filling its fuel carrier up at $2 a litre and then deploying it here, that's my last resort. That's the cheapest way to get fuel in large capacity onto this map if I really end up needing it. So I slightly oversteered there, but I did want to go this way, not down the icy hill, because mud tires. So I've never been down this route before. So quite a lot of comments about vehicles, so very much appreciated. Thank you for that. I'm going to buy the Antarctic. That is definitely going to be the vehicle I buy for this map, and I'm going to use it for long logging. The vehicle I want to buy is probably that flat-faced Kolob. But looking at its upgrades, a couple of its upgrades are in Yukon, which is I believe is the next region. So that might be my goal for the Yukon region, is to earn enough money to buy a Kolob. Add that to my fleet. I'll have the Antarctic, the Kolob. I think you're looking at a pretty good end game set of vehicles then. I'm not going to think about the Zix 605R as a special expedition. That's too much work still to go off and do that in a Muir. That's almost like doing a parallel series if you did that, because I think you'd probably be talking 3 episodes to unlock the regions, open the gateways up, and then get to the Zix and then get it back to a garage. It would probably be 3 episodes at least, maybe 4. And that's beyond my limit of what I'm willing to call a special expedition. Oh, that's a bit of... Look at all the... That's not a nice bit of water, is it? Or ice? I see trouble ahead. If I decide to traverse that. think I'm going to try going this way. No chains, so be careful. I thought there was a crossing point here. Oh, there it is. I thought there was a concrete slab. Yeah, that's pretty dodgy, isn't it? Right, and then I'm not sure where I'm going next. This is going to break, but I'll get over it, I think. This is all bits of the map I've not actually driven before. I'm making it up as I go along. This looks like a worthy little... Nope, too big. Too big a drop. I thought I might have been able to go over that, but I don't fancy it. Get through the snow. This Yara has been a good truck. It's not the fastest. I've got the high range gearbox because it's slightly more fuel efficient, but it doesn't make it very quick when you haven't got a high-low ratio for this type of terrain. But it's very capable as a scout. And now we get into the bit that I recognise with a convenient bit of rock to get across this ice. Oh, there's a trail there, look, going up that way. Let's have a look then. What's that all about? Is that going to tempt me? Yep, it is. So I'm going to follow this trail. Don't know what this is going to be like, but it's kind of taking me in the direction of the battery that I want to get to. I was going to chuck some fuel in a Tatterin and do it with the Tatterin, but it's certainly worth following this path rather than going left and around, though, I think. Does everybody run out of fuel at the end of these maps and end up going off to Michigan and places to buy fuel and bring it in? Is that a thing everybody does, or am I just incredibly wasteful of fuel the way that I play this game? I don't feel like I do too much pointless backwards and forwards. But I do seem to run out of fuel in every map. Right, if I really don't like the look of these rocks, I do have the option in this thing to just stay in the snow. Because it'll get through the snow fairly easily. Right, what I'm going to do, I've got plenty of fuel in the roof rack, so I'm not going to bother refueling. I'm just going to leave that trailer there. I'm going to push on up and get this POI Sands trailer, and then come back down, grab a trailer, join up the Tatterin and Phoenix. All gets a little bit quicker without a trailer on the back, as you'd expect. Right, where actually is the update though? It deals with rocks better. Oh, blimey, that's even bigger than I thought. Wow. Don't like the look of that bit of black ice, though. No, trees in there. But don't know about trees to get up to the bunker, so I might try. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, you muppet. You muppet. Oh. No. Really? So I've got an autonomous winch, but there is nothing within range to pull myself on, and I am stalled on my side. I'm going to stop messing about into the Tatterin. At least I know there's fuel nearby, so I don't feel so bad about this. I'm going to take some fuel out of the Phoenix, knowing that all I've really got to do is get to that fuel trailer, which is across here, there, and then I can fill the Tatterin up, and I can go up and get my yar. Oh, that was all going so well. All because I didn't fancy that ice, and actually I still don't fancy that ice, but I also don't fancy taking the Phoenix up there. This is more like the Tatterin's role, though, isn't it? Rescuer rather than rescuee. Dang, we've arrived. Fuel. Let's slurp a load of fuel out of this carrier. So, Tatterin full. Tatterin's roof rack full. Fuel carrier down to 318 litres. So 1/3 full, just over. Now let's go. Don't roll the Tatterin over as well, you blithering idiot. Oh, I can't believe what I do sometimes. These rocks though, I don't like them. I just need the right side to be on that. And then it can pull me enough to loosen me up. Right. Oops. Bit of side monitor mouse shenanigans then again. I wonder if around there is actually the better way. Because this is definitely a mud tire trap up here. In fairness to me, I was trying to avoid a trap. And I was trying to avoid the obvious trap. But you, mate, need to stop messing about and get back on your wheels. Oh, hang on a minute. I didn't actually mean do it like that. Can I tip you on your wheels that way? Maybe? Change into the yar. Still stalled. I just want to see if I can like wiggle my way. No. I'll just get back on your wheels, pal. Enough of you messing about now. My editor's going to give me hell in a minute. Jeez, just get on your wheels, mate. What are you doing? So I might not be the best loaf driver in the world, but one thing I do know about the loaf is it will pop onto its wheels a lot easier. Actually, engine off. It is beating up my yard quite badly. But with the second vehicle here, maybe I'll just chance the black ice. At least I know I've got something that'll pull me out if needed. Well, it would have been easier in the first place. So I think this is another silent update because I think there's another one to get after this. So that is the 3rd out of 4 updates. And the ice would have been definitely the easier option. I was trying to be clever and come over the rocks because I didn't know what this ice would look like on this side. And it doesn't look, you know, there's no winch points up here, which to me smells of trap. But actually not too bad. So now we just got to get back out, and if need be I've got a friendly Tatterin that can pull me, but I was barely made a mountain of a molehill of that, didn't I? It wasn't a problem at all. Change into the Tatterin, turn it round. And then they can travel out together fairly tight to be able to negotiate some of these turns. Just brute force it out. No finesse whatsoever. Drive it like you stole it. Let's not drive right past the fuel carrier though. It must be here somewhere. Or have I already driven past it? I've already driven past it, haven't I? Yard's got to go back for it. How did I miss that? Drove right past it. Go. So we did complete the lighthouse task and the labyrinth contract. I was just running through what we've actually achieved in this episode. And it doesn't feel very productive, but we did achieve one contract and one task in some pretty challenging circumstances. And we got our Tatterin unstuck, and we got a bit of fuel moved up. So I guess I can call that a success. But compared to some of the episodes recently where we just ripped through and got 5 or 6 tasks or contracts completed in one episode, kind of feels a little bit of an anticlimax to me, but then I'm maybe being a bit harsh on myself because this is the challenging end of the map and fuel is going to be a problem. So fuel logistics for myself, it may not be a contract or a task from the game's perspective, but fuel logistics is a really important part of hard mode. So yeah, completing a contract, completing a task and moving some fuel around, yeah, I can call that a success. Just. It is an half slow though with this trailer on. Right, there we go. Right then. So I suspect this is going to empty this trailer out now. Yeah. So the Phoenix, so none of them are full, but at least they've got enough to get back to the garage area now. And this trailer is a second scout trailer. I suppose it would make more sense to delete these trailers, because then they're just not they're not going to confuse me on the map as being trailers, and I have to keep checking if they're empty or not. So really, I should probably delete empty trailers, unless I had a plan to use them to move fuel around, but I don't. Yeah, there's an option here to delete trailers. I don't think I've ever done that, but maybe I should just delete the empties. Less lag from a game perspective, less things for the game to render. But that is going to be a wrap for this episode. Let me jump into a better one from a view perspective. Maybe the Phoenix. Give a good view in the sunset. Maybe. It's not bad, is it? Trying to build a screenshot out of it, but I'll have a think about that in a minute. Okay, so that's going to be a wrap for this episode. That's as much as I can fit in. Probably too much, really. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. I hope you're looking forward to the next one, where we were almost certainly going to start the airplane recovery stuff, because we need to get the fuel moved around. That's all for next episode, so I hope to see you in the next episode. In the meantime, thank you very much, and goodbye.